It's hard to believe it wasn't my fault. You see, I had to keep it a secret. It was almost like being in prison for years. I had no choice but to trade my freedom away. I was full of silent tears and hidden fears. Just like these tall trees, things build over time. Good trees can grow strong and tall, but that's dependent on their roots, their foundation. My roots were formed from fear, hatred, shame, and more than a little pain. You never outgrow your beginning roots.
Yep, this is it. This is Richie.
And now we've come back to where it all began, where I was scared, frightened, and never knew when it was going to happen. I could never let go of the shame when I was forced to give in to the pain. I have to go back in to clear the shadows from my mind, to try to leave this lifetime of fear behind. What's behind this door is my past. It can't be changed or forgotten. It continues to manipulate the future. First as a boy, then a teenager, and now as an adult, I've always been running from the past.
I'm in love with Tom.
We have to take you back. It's for your safety, do you understand?
Just accept me for who I am.
The creak of the door is the sound of my past. The shadows in my closet still cut through the dark of the night. You think shadows are only temporary, something very short-lived, but in fact, shadows can last a lifetime.
I dream of friends I never have. It makes me stay inside away from the others, so the secret will remain. It's a lifetime sentence of fear.
I always had to go home right after school. I wanted to stay and watch the boys play baseball, but I couldn't stay outside. I had to get home before he came back.
If I'm outside, people look at me and they turn away like they know, but they don't want to say. I stay away from them because I know what they're thinking.
Their false perceptions fuel the stigmas that still haunt me today.
Maybe I shouldn't have told her. I keep seeing it happen over and over again. Him coming up the stairs and getting me and taking me down to the basement. It hurts so bad at first.
No, I don't want to.
Come on, you'll do as I tell you. Remember, don't say anything. This is for us only.
But it hurts.
Quiet. Let's go.
The doctor gave me some more sedatives and antipsychotics to try and calm me down. I just keep thinking about it over and over. It was my fault. It had to be my fault. Why else would he have done it? I just want to go to sleep and never wake up again.
It's my fault. It's all my fault. I tell him to stay away, but he doesn't. He just keeps hurting me. Who are you? What do you want? I hear you, but where are you? Where are you? You're making my head hurt. I know that. You told me that. Who are you? Okay. How can you help me?
I guess it's pretty nice out here. The trees, the birds, and there are lots of deer running around, probably because I feed them. But it's outside. It's not very safe here. And I see them. Don't get me wrong, I see them inside too, but I feel safer inside. My therapist tried to get me out of the house. She encouraged me to try to volunteer someplace. She suggested a place. It was a food pantry. I put food in bags. I was there for an hour or so at a time, and I couldn't wait to get home. So I stay inside. I'm frightened to go out. I'm constantly watching for the police to come. I know they're coming to get me, just like he is.
Sometimes I want to be in jail or the hospital just to be safe. Evil and violence try and swallow me wherever I am. I keep seeing people and hearing voices outside. They're watching me and they're telling me what to do. It's always been this way. I get mad and scared.
And scared when I'm alone. I never know when he's gonna come for me again. I hear his footsteps and I freeze. I don't know what to do. I'm never gonna get out of here. The attic is my only safe place.
Is my home. But they're watching me. They're always watching me. They're coming to get me. I know he's coming to get me again. I have to end this.
I tried to hide everything for so long. I could never show my anger at work or tell anyone how I really felt. I was the good person there, but at home I'd be angry and just explode. I knew something wasn't right with me. I started yelling at employees. We lost our best salesman. It got to the point I couldn't work anymore. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I sold my part of the business and stopped working. I was depressed and angry from holding things in. Not only things from the past, but things right now. I was about 47, and then they made the call.
Tampa 911, what is your emergency?
These will help calm you down, Wayne. Take 2 every day. You had your sister and father pretty scared down there in Tampa. You feeling all right?
If I was all right, why am I thinking about doing this?
See me again next week. You call me if anything comes up.
I doubt if I'll be around next week. A few days later, I was in a hospital. I guess I went a little crazy and I was threatening to kill myself. My first night there, they put another patient in the room with me, a big man. He let me know he was in control. He told me, do what I tell you and keep quiet. I was frightened and wondered what was going to happen. This was like an old bad dream. The next day, the hospital doctor questioned me, lots of questions. I didn't like him, so I didn't answer. He told me I had to stay another day or two to see how things went. I'm scared and getting mad, but if I show it, they'll keep me longer. I've got to keep it in, just like always. Just like when he came to get me all the time. But I can't tell anyone.
I finally got out of the hospital and my family doctor started me on some therapy sessions. He set it up with the first psycho person. I went. I didn't like her, so I didn't go back. So then he set up a second one, and that therapist, she was actually pretty nice. So I kept going to those sessions. I have rapid mood swings, from depressed to manic and everything in between. They finally gave me some meds and pills and stabilizers and whatnot. And they finally diagnosed me as mentally ill, bipolar. Wow.
That's what happens with bipolar. You have cycles of depression, sometimes major depression, followed by periods of an extreme condition called mania. And you seem to have mixed cycles, both high and low at the same time.
Yeah, like right now.
Your mixture of meds will work to get you on an even keel, to keep you steady. But it takes time for them to work. And we may need to change your meds from time to time until we can find the right combination for you.
How long do I have to take them?
Well, you'll be taking them even when you're better.
In other words, forever.
Yes, but we'll see how things progress. We may even consider ECTs.
What's that, some sort of disease or something?
ECT is a treatment. It uses a brief electric shock to cause a seizure. It just gets things back in order in your head.
To get things back in order in my head? I continued to get mad, angry, and began withdrawing from everything. I don't want to be around people. I can't concentrate on anything. The bipolar symptoms are getting worse. I'm depressed, anxious, manic, having hallucinations and delusions. I go buy a gun. I know I'm going to need it. I posted some ideas on the internet the other day, and I guess, well, maybe they're construed as threats. The next day, 2 Secret Service agents came to my front door. We had a really long talk. I guess threatening the president isn't taken very well these days. I didn't say I was going to kill him. Not exactly. They left with my gun. 3 weeks later, we started doing the ECTs, the electric shock therapies, 3 times a week for 5 weeks. You do it once and it just blows you away for the next day. After 4 weeks, I couldn't do it anymore. It was just too much. I couldn't remember anything, but I felt a lot calmer. Do you understand? I was just totally wiped out. But through it all, I had a friend. He was a real friend. He knew I was having problems and he hung in there with me. He would take me to the hospital every day, wait for me, and then bring me back home. I don't know of anyone who would do all that for me, except him. He even fed the cat. I don't know how to ever thank him for that.
I've been coming to Dr. C for over 10 years, and I've never been able to tell her the whole story. I got to tell her today. I've got to tell her. I can't tell her. I just can't let this out. I want to tell you something.
Okay.
In a movie, there was a boy. And every time his father came home, he would be assaulted or raped. It happened so many times. Finally, the boy got smart and ran away from home. I didn't. I don't even think I even thought of running away. I was 5 or 6 years old when it started.
It's not your fault, Wayne.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not your fault.
I keep remembering it. It happened more and more and more. He was in control each time. He forced himself on me. It was my fault. Why else would he do it? He would come and get me. I remember it only happened a couple of times in the bedroom. It was the workshop, or the office down in the basement, where we were alone. No one could hear us. And he was in charge.
How long did this go on, Wayne?
Until I was about 11 or so.
It went on for 6 years.
Yeah. At least once a week.
once a week for 6 years.
Sometimes Reggie was my cat, we'd hide in the attic if we heard him coming up the stairs. Then we started hiding there more and more, just to get away from everyone. I can't get it out of my head. I'm so mad. I don't want this. I don't want to be there or here anymore. I just want to go away.
Have you told anyone else about this?
Just you.
This explains so much.
I remember one day he took me to the doctor. That was the first time he had ever taken me. Mom normally does. When it was time for the appointment, we both went to see the doctor. He had me get on the scale to see how much I weighed. And then he asked if I was really 12 years old. No, I was just 11 at the time. That was several years ago. Well, then he examined me and told me that the swelling should go down in a few days. He wanted to see me in a week or so. But then he asked me if I can go to the waiting room so he could talk to him without me there. I didn't really know what was going on. Finally, he came out, got me, and we went home. Things seemed different. He didn't talk. He didn't talk the whole way home. He just looked at me. I think he was more scared than mad. Well, when we got home, Mom had dinner ready, so we ate. And then Reggie and I went up to my room. Reggie was such a cool cat. He was always there for me. At this point, I didn't know if I was in trouble or what. I mean, after the visit, he didn't talk to me much. Things were changing, but I couldn't figure it out right then.
I know we're covering a lot right now. When did the abuse stop?
I think I finally realized it stopped after we went to the doctor.
So that's when it stopped?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I don't know what happened at the doctor's office. The doctor had to figure something was going on, and there's only one thing that could have caused the swelling. And I don't know if he threatened to expose him or call the police or what. But I do know that, you know, there's no way the doctor knew it had been going on for 5 or 6 years.
How is your father treating you now?
It was weird. You know, he'd be there, but he was starting to ignore me and kind of stay away from me. I'm not really sure why. He always had lots of work to do, but thankfully Mom was starting to let me do a few things.
Like what?
Oh, I finally got to have a friend come home after school a little bit, you know. I couldn't do that before. And it kept going, and he was finally able to spend the night one night. And I guess that was my first time.
First time?
Yeah, we kind of fooled around that night, and in bed we were moving around and figuring things out, and he kind of led the way, and it was my first gay experience. I always knew I liked boys. I always knew I was gay.
Did you ever tell your mom?
About that? No way. Are you kidding me? I remember her asking me one time, she said, "Wayne, do you like girls?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Wayne, do you like boys?" I said, "Yeah." And then she asked me, she said, "Wayne, do you like boys better than girls?" I said, "Absolutely." And we didn't have to say anything after that. She knew.
When was that?
I think it was about 3:30 one afternoon.
Wayne.
I think it was 9 or 10 or 11, something like that.
What about your father? What did he know?
Oh, if he knew anything, he didn't say anything, and I'm sure he would have said something. And I sure wasn't about to come out to him. There's no way I could talk to him. I didn't want to talk to him.
How did you meet Tommy?
Tommy was my friend from school. He was on the baseball team. It was so cool. I was so impressed with him. Sometimes we'd walk home together and go to his house.
Did your mom ever know what was really going on between you and Tommy?
No. It only happened one time at our house. It was a lot safer at Tommy's house. We'd go there after school. See, his parents weren't home.
And what about your father? What was going on with him?
Well, he'd always come home and said he had some work or some stuff from work he had to do, and so he'd disappear down in the basement, down to his office. I don't really know what he was doing down there, but I do know he was always in control. No matter what, he was in control of me.
So if he was doing work at home at night, how was he in control?
He was in control of everything I did. Everything I did had to be just the way he wanted it. I mean, he told me how to do everything. I had to do it his way. If I didn't do it his way, there'd be problems. If I felt bad or got mad about something, I had to keep it in because I couldn't let him see me get mad.
What would happen if you did get mad?
I didn't want to find out.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Well, he obviously had a big influence on your life.
Yeah, no kidding. You're the doctor. You know that. Why do you think I want to kill him?
Wayne, you know your father is dead.
Yeah, right. He's still in control. He's coming to get me. I know he is. I saw him just last night in my living room. He was standing right there.
Did he say anything?
Did he say anything? He's just standing there 3 or 4 feet away from me. I froze in my chair.
Did you see him come into your house?
Did I see him come into my house? No, I didn't see him come into my house. He's just standing there. I didn't know what to do. I was scared to death. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Our session's about over. I want to go home.
All right, Wayne. We can stop here.
Good.
I've got to go get the gun.
He's all I can think about. I mean, I just get excited whenever he's around. I'm in love with Tommy, but I don't know how to tell him. I mean, do I just go out and ask if we can kiss? Or do I just kiss him? Man, I mean, I want to, but... Or do I just keep it inside? Just hide it until he makes a move on me? He should be out of baseball practice soon. We'll see how this goes.
I'm replaying it over and over again. The visions just don't stop. It's all I see.
What are you saying?
Him taking me down the stairs, down to the basement. It's all my fault.
What about your father?
What about him?
Do you see him all the time?
All the time. He's everywhere. I want to kill him. I want to kill me. I want to kill everyone.
Where do you see him?
Right now he's standing right there against the wall. Don't you see him?
There's no one in the corner, Wayne.
He's right there. I know he's right there. I've got to get a gun and kill him.
Wayne, your father is dead.
No, he's still here. He's still right there. All these memories just keep coming back, and It's like the snake in the corner feeling, you know? I just want to strike back and grab him and kill him.
This is called PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Your wound has just been reopened, and it hurts the most right now. But it can get better with time by desensitizing it, so the thoughts don't bother you as much. But it takes time to heal.
You know, I was in Kroger's the other day, and the produce manager and I went at it. I got mad at him. He started to tell me what to do, and I wasn't going to take that. So I reached down and got some bananas and started throwing them at him. He was sorry he was there that day. Of course, I haven't gone back to that Kroger's for a while. I'm sure they're watching for me there, too.
On Saturday, I bought a gun. It's a cool Glock handgun. It's so stupid. You fill out a form and one question asks, have you ever been held without your consent in a mental hospital? All you have to do is check the no box. If you say yes, you don't get the gun. How stupid. I'm not crazy. I'm so mad and confused. I don't know what to do but shoot everything I can. I see the police coming. It's gonna be another 72-hour hold. Maybe I am crazy.
Sometimes I get so depressed I just don't want to go on. How many times have I been in here for suicide? 3, 4, 5, I guess this is the 5th time. I just don't know what to do. One time I felt so bad I drove myself to the hospital and told them I wanted to kill myself. They said, well, have a seat in the waiting room. I couldn't believe it. They just had me wait in the waiting room. Finally, they took me back to a little room like this, a little bed and a table and a chair and a big light up in the ceiling. They left me alone. That was like 3 or 4 days ago. I'm still here. I got to get home to take care of my cat. Yesterday they told me I could go home today. Today they told me I can go home tomorrow. I don't know if I'm ever going to get home.
Why do people think the way they do? If they knew I was gay or bipolar, most of them wouldn't have anything to do with me. They use a label to define me or profile me, but that's not the real me. You think that since I'm mentally ill, I'm contagious or something? I'm not going to infect you. I'm still as much a person as you. You just don't like my type. I can tell by looking at you. Are you the real Wayne and I'm the bad Wayne? Do you know that I hear the voices and they talk to me? What would you think if you knew that? They tell me what to do. They don't care about me.
Wayne, are you safe, Wayne? You know what to do if you're not safe. If you feel that you want to kill yourself or others, you call 911, or you call me, or you drive yourself to the hospital. Killing innocent people, they are family to someone. They haven't done anything to hurt you.
I just want to kill someone.
Do you have a gun, Wayne? Wayne, do you have a gun?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to shoot everybody I can and then me.
Where is it? The gun.
It's at home.
Amy, call 911. We need the paramedics and police here. Wayne, I want the police to go to your house and get the gun. Is that okay?
They can have it. I'll tell you where it is. I don't want to go to the hospital again.
Where is it exactly?
It's in my bedroom. In the drawer next to my bed. Don't send me back. Please don't send me back to the hospital.
Wayne, the paramedics and police are here. They are here to help you.
Stay out of here. I don't want you in here. I don't want you coming in here. Stay out of here.
Hey, Wayne, I'm Officer McKee. We're here to take you to the hospital. Now. Is there anything we need to know, Doctor?
He's bipolar, suicidal, homicidal. I will call the local police and go to his home and get the gun.
Okay. Wayne, we can do this the easy way, or we can do what we got to do. It's up to you.
I don't want to go.
Okay, here's what we're going to do, Wayne. The other two officers and I are going to pat you down to make sure you don't have any weapons on you. Then we're going to walk you back to our car. Policy makes us put the cuffs on you. It keeps everyone safe. So let's go right now. Now, Wayne.
I'm finally home after another 3 days in the psych ward. Couldn't wait to get out. Somehow I let it slip during my therapy session that I was going to kill everyone I could and then me. Dr. C didn't like that idea. She called the police and I got an instant 72-hour hold in the hospital. It wasn't fun there, but I'm home now. I just wanted to sit down and relax. It was good to be back home with my cat.
Yeah?
Hey, Wayne?
Yeah?
Hey, your doctor wants you to come back to the hospital now.
I just got home an hour ago.
We have to take you back. It's for your safety. Do you understand?
Well can I get my stuff?
I need you to come outside. I have to put a set of cuffs on you for the ride in the patrol car. You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
My cat's outside. I can't leave her out there. She'll be back by 9 o'clock.
Well, it's 20 till 9 right now. We can wait till 9 o'clock to see if she comes back, but then we have to go.
Why do I have to go back?
Your doctor ordered it. We have to take you back. It's safe there.
Tell me about the hospital stay.
The hospital. They had great orange muffins.
Wait.
You're the doctor, you know. Jamie. The first day they fill you up with drugs so you don't know what's going on. Then after that, I never left the room. I didn't go to their little meetings. I didn't want to see those other people. They're crazy. After about 3 days, I think it was 3 days, you let me out. But then you had the police come and bring me right back.
I did that for your safety, Wayne.
Yeah, right.
After I heard all the details of everything that you had planned, I thought it was best for you to come back in for a little bit.
I didn't like that.
It was necessary. What about now?
What about now? I'm not going to kill anybody right now.
Not now, or in the future. Killing doesn't solve anything. It doesn't reduce your anger. It only intensifies it. It's something you would regret forever. Possibly never recover from.
I can't believe I thought about doing this.
Sometimes things are okay. At least they seemed like they were okay. To other people, you probably looked like a normal family. You know? He was entertaining, enjoyable, a professional type. But that was just a cover to hide behind. They didn't want to see into his real world. It was an unseen reality. He controlled what happened and what people saw. Once in a while, he let me do something that I wanted to do. I got to paint the downstairs family room once. But it was the wall that was hidden by a great big cabinet. My part was always hidden, like me. The truth was always hidden. Christmas one year, he got me a Lionel train set. It was a pretty cool train set, black steam engine. That was one of the nicest things he's ever done for me. But I wasn't allowed to operate it or play with it. He controlled it. I could just watch.
And for some reason, I still have that train set today. It's up on the top shelf in the closet, just like a memory that's been put away. My therapist wanted me to get it out and set it up and play with it, I guess so I could finally take control. One day I did. I got it out, looked at it, and said, no, I can't do this. I'm not allowed to play with this. What about tomorrow? I don't know. Is it going to be a good Wayne day or a bad Wayne day? I don't know. I don't have control over that.
So now all these things and events in my life are public and out of my closet. I wanted to tell you why I am me. You see, as a kid, I was sexually abused constantly for about 6 years when I was age 5. In my teens, I realized I was gay. In my 40s, I was diagnosed as mentally ill, bipolar, delusional, paranoid, and psychotic. And you know, I repressed all this because I was afraid of what you were going to say. I was afraid of what you would think about me, so I hid it. I was frightened of him. I built my fortress at my house and hid inside. I was frightened of what I thought I was, and I was frightened of what I thought I might do. You see, killing was always on my mind. But today, I ask you to look at me for the person I am, not my medical diagnosis. I'm okay, but everyone has perceptions and stigmas and bad thoughts about me when they hear about my conditions. Just accept me for who I am. I am, well, frightened of me. Now, with all those things that were in my closet, do you really think you know who I am? Well, let me take one last one out. I want everyone here to know. I want everyone here to hear what I'm about to say. The last thing in my closet, even with all the meds and pills and psychotherapy, I'm often suicidal and many times homicidal. I try not to show it. I try to fight it. I try to hide it. And I say to myself, this can't be the real me. But then it happens. I start seeing him. I hear him. I feel him. I hear the voices and they're telling me to do it again. So is something going to really set me off one day? Will I be able to keep myself in control? I don't know. I do know I can go back to the hospital again to be safe if I need to. Maybe I'll just fantasize about killing you. Or maybe, just maybe, there's a way to overcome all this. Maybe with some hope and encouragement and help, I can put all this behind me and start all over again. I just need the opportunity. I've told my story now, and it showed me driving away at the end, leaving the suitcase behind with all my problems inside. But it doesn't end that way, because you can't leave those problems behind. They never leave you. They always follow you.
They never, ever go away.
Action.
Take it you're not going to roll back.
Do I look into the camera?
No, looking at my fist.
Action.
He's bipolar, suicidal,
Rolling.
homicidal.
Guess I should pull my pants up.
Action. Man, you're a natural. Good job.
Are we doing the whole thing?
We can now.
That's like, what have we done?
If you want.
Okay.
Ready? Action. Should we wait for the bird?
He's awfully loud.
I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, Wayne, you're taking them forever. Action. Oh, there she goes, Liddy.
She was right on cue.
You're gonna have to let me know if I'm near frame. You're good right now, but when I go up, you will be. So maybe I.
And ran away from home. I didn't.
Perfect. That was amazing. Good. When you ride, just look around. You know, just like you're riding a bike. Good job.